Moikka vaan kaikki. Hi everyone, there's a couple players who all speak English. I'm a Vili Jaakola. I'm a ravitsemustherapeuti in Finnish, but a clinical dietitian, and I mainly work with the athletes. I work in a Olympic training center here in Helsinki, and also in a HJK, the next building, and actually the Pihlajalin also. Those are the main spots. But I only work in practice with the athletes, mainly with the football and ice hockey. That's the main sport that I work with. And today I'm going to speak with you a little bit about sport nutrition, the main topics here are the energy intake and the macronutrients. So, quite a basic thing. And if you want to ask anytime, feel free to ask. You don't need to raise your hand, or just stop me and keep asking if you want to ask anything. Ja saatan puhua välillä vähän suomea, jos joku sana hukkuu, mutta niin mennään pääasiassa in English. So, hey, let's gonna start. This is quite well said. Proper diet can make an average athlete elite, but poor diet makes an elite athlete average. And I have seen this quite many times. Just like I mentioned before, the main issues here are the energy intake and wrong kind of macronutrients. Some athletes think that nutrition quality is a very important thing, but yeah, of course it is some kind of important, but not the most important. Sometimes it can do too much area the nutrition quality when the energy intake is the most important factor. A couple of years ago, I worked with the young football players, and I took the food diaries from everyone. I wanted to see what they are eating on the normal fields, but I was meeting them first time, and I was telling them I'm Vili Jaakola, I'm a ravitsemustherapeuti, and they was maybe I think they was judging me a little bit, and when they keep those food diaries, I think they was maybe scaring that I judge what they eat, so they clean their diet. They clean their diet a little bit, and I calculated everything what they eat with every player, and after that I was estimating their training load and their energy expenditure. When I calculated the food diary, what did they get energy and how much they needed energy, this was the result. So actually 3 players on the whole team was getting enough energy. And next thing when I was asking was this kind of issue, because most of the players was like over 1,000 kilocalories deficit when they had high training load. But this was because they think they knew how they should eat, but they was cleaning their diet because they was scared that I'm judging what they eat. Second issue was the carbohydrates, which I'm gonna talk about a little bit more today. I was calculating how much carbs they get from the diet, and actually only one player got this what we was reaching there. Next, I estimate what the carbohydrate needs were, and only one player was getting enough carbs, and whole other team was deficit, and that was the real problem. After that we keep working, and during the season they increased their energy intake, their carbs intake with a different ways, and end of the season there was a champion. Of course there was a lot of things, but because this was where we were starting, I think we estettiin muutama loukkaantuminen. Couple injuries was prohibited. with this nutrition, and of course they keep playing high intensity games and practices, and that was the one option what caused that they get to train high intensity stuff. But when we check how the nutrition affects in the bigger picture, we got training and nutrition and rest. Maybe every one of you have seen this kind of picture. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. I don't know nothing about your training or resting habits, but the nutrition, what is the most important factors? There's the energy intake. This is in Finnish, energiansaanti. Next is the meal timing, ateriarytmi, which is the one factor that affects how much you can get energy. It is easier to eat 5 times a day if you need 5,000 kilocalories, or when compared to you're eating only 2 times per day. Third thing is the macronutrients distribution. How much you need carbs, how much you need fats, and how much you need protein. Actually, I'm not talking about protein today because I have noticed that with the athletes that I have worked with, that in practice there's no athletes who don't get enough protein. In practice, everyone get enough protein or too much protein. There's no deficit situations where the athletes don't get enough. Only situations where the athlete has anorexia. But usually athletes are interested how much I need protein and is it enough and should I get a little bit more. But typically that's not the issue. That's not the issue. That's not the issue if you want to increase your performance. There's whole other things. Of course, nutrition quality is some way important, and supplements at the top of the picture. But sometimes the quality of the nutrition has been so much emphasized that it affects that's way that it makes it harder to get enough energy if you eat too clean. That was the situation with these guys. Because only player who got enough carbohydrates was actually the goalkeeper. So it was not that good situation. And what the goalkeeper ate during the food diary, where he got his carbs, was because he ate candies like 300 grams. That was the reason why he got enough carbohydrates. So the quality is typically the issue there. Sometimes, of course. But if you don't got enough energy, so it will turn like this. And I think the nutrition is maybe the easiest part to make it sufficient way so that it support your training and performance and recovery. This is not the science. Oh, of course it's a science, but let's make it a little bit easier. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. But the energy intake defines the progress. So, if you don't got enough energy, your body will turn like this kind of hybrid car. You know how it works. You don't consume so much energy. It saves the gasoline. But of course, there's not that much horsepower in it. Okay? So if you give your body insufficient amount of energy, your body will save the energy and it start working like the hybrid cars. I give you lately one example of this situation. If you give enough energy to your body, at the first would happen the situation where you maybe increase a little bit your body weight, but when your body used to that kind of situation, it start consuming it more. You will recover better, your performance will increase, and the progress take this next step forward. There's one kind of study of this kind of where we can describe this kind of situation. It's like a 30 years old study, but it described the situation quite well. There were young national level female swimmers, and swimming is a quite nice sport in this kind of study because it's easy to measure. Let's put our athletes to the swimming pool and clock on. So we got the times and we can know how they increase or decrease their performance with this kind of interventions. At the first, we took the athletes here. There was two kind of athletes. Another group had energy deficiency symptoms. With the women, it's easy to notice because energy deficiency affects our hormone balance. And if women don't get enough energy, their menstrual cycle will fucked up. And at the situation, if you got energy, everything is going well. And here we got two kind of groups. Are you seeing the back? Yeah, that's good. This was the group who had these symptoms of energy deficiency. Their menstrual cycle was fucked up, and here we got the normal group. Normal group who got enough energy. In first case, we checked their energy intake levels, and no symptoms group had average 2,600 kilocalories. They were little girls, so it's not that high. But another group, 1,800 kilocalories. Next thing what we was checking here was the body mass index. You know body mass index, what it tells us? Everyone knows? Yeah. So how is it possible that this group who had lower amount of energy, their body mass index was higher? How is it possible? Because every one of you have heard that if you need to lose weight, you need to be lighter, you need to eat less and move more, exercise more. But in this kind of situation, it's turned around. These guys they have higher body mass index, and next thing what we can check here is the body fat. Body fat and fat mass. In this group, even though they had a lower amount of energy from the diet, they had higher amount of fat in the body. In the body fat and in the fat mass, if we measure different way. In the fat-free mass, we didn't have that kind of differences between these two groups. But yeah, we are interested in how they perform, because they was athletes, not the bodybuilders. These were the athletes. So there was this kind of intervention where we followed them up in the 3 months, 12 weeks, like 3 months. And they was training hard, very hard. It's so easy to train swimming, but it was very hard intervention where they're training multiple times per week and two times per day. And we was aiming to progress on a 400 meters freestyle swimming time. It is like 1,500 meters running if you want to compare on an ultimate performance. And first group who had adequate energy intake, they progressed their swimming time. It's like 8.2%. It is quite an impressive improvement if you increase your swimming time this much. What do you think? What happened to another group? What happened to their swimming time? You can discuss a little bit. 20 seconds. What do you think?
Same.
Worse. Whatever. What do you think, guys? Same or worse? Yeah, it got worse, like a 10%. Yeah. These athletes, their menstrual cycle was fucked up, but they were two. Because there might be multiple reasons why they couldn't get up get up in these kind of situations. So what can cause these kind of differences between these groups? Now you can't see everything, nothing there. But there are some symptoms of low energy availability. And what you can see, there are some multiple symptoms there if you don't got enough energy. Then the recovery might be one problem, but there's a multiple way that multiple symptoms that your body can have there. There might be like a recovery, performance problems. There might be some kind of impaired bone health. You might have some kind of stress stressors there. Hematological function may impair. So if there's any guys who have low ferritin levels there, that might be one kind of symptoms. And if you tend to get sick during the season or during that during that kind of period where you are training hard, it affects many ways to your health and your performance. It can decrease your endurance performance. It can decrease your power output, maximal performance in many other ways. And what cause this kind of differences between these two groups? Maybe everyone of you, I think, know this kind of supercompensation picture. Have you seen this kind of picture before? Because there you can see one group was on the green line, increasing their performance, and another group they can't keep up in that kind of training rhythm. The training load was too high for that energy amount what they gonna get their diet. And they were overtraining and have many kind of issues with their health and their performance. There was two kind of cars there. Another group their body works like this hybrid car. And another group, their body will work like this. And there's the issue. So I hope every one of you, your body work like this kind of sport car. That's the issue I want to talk about with you guys today. And I can claim there, but that the decrease in the performance, I think that it might be a little bit better in this energy deficiency group if they hadn't training that much, because they hadn't energy to recover this kind of training sessions. The training load was too high for that energy amount what they could get in this study. No one knows, but I claim that. So, what are the energy nutrients? Do you know, guys? Everyone knows alcohol, and some of you might know like carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. What is the most important macronutrient for you guys? What do you think? What? There was one kind of, yes? Carbs. Any other options? Yes? Everyone thinking that it's carb. Yeah, and that's a great situation where you know this. Because why the carb is the most important macronutrient, energy nutrient? Because it's your main energy source. You can think that if you take like 400 meters running and you want to aim the best possible time during the 400 meter running, track and field running. And when you cross the line, you have so much lactate on your body that and then you might know that this was the maximal performance and the time was that good that you can get. If you want to produce lactate, you need those carbs. But if you run 400 meters like a jogging there, and there's not that much lactate, it's the low and resting level lactate in practice. There's no need to consume that much carbs there. If you need to perform a high intensity exercise, you need always